This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, NJSA 10:4-6 et sec, notice of which was sent to the record on the Star Ledger and was posted on the municipal bulletin board.
Roll call, please.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Here.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Here.
Mayor LaBrus.
Here. We had a horrible accident, I believe it was on Saturday. Reverend Robert Davis, who was the husband of Reverend Davis, Carolyn Davis, was killed in a tragic accident here in Hackensack. So I'd like to have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. On behalf of the city of Hackensack and all of the citizens, we send out our prayers and for you, Reverend Davis. Thank you. Would everybody please rise for the flag salute?
Frank, you have the flag? Frank?
Yeah, working on it, sorry.
Okay.
It's not coming up for some reason. Hold on.
Hold on 1 second, folks.
You want me to get my little flag?
No, I will. It's loading up. I don't know why. Oh no. Okay.
The night of technical difficulties. Because I have a little one in here.
I got it. All right.
Okay.
Zoom says it's sharing the screen. Oh, there it is.
Okay. I pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands,
One nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And I want to apologize to everybody. We've been having some technical difficulties with the equipment tonight. Set us back from the earlier meeting, but please bear with us. Okay, with that, I need a motion to approve the minutes of the Cowan regular meetings of September 1st, 2020.
Everybody was present for that meeting.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. With that, we will move right to the city manager's report.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the city manager's report for October 6th, 2020. First, Fairmont Ave speeding update based on the questionnaire that we sent to the residents. The majority of the residents are against the installation of rumble strips. For this reason alone, and the concerns of the police department and traffic division, we will not be moving forward with the installation. However, we will continue selective enforcement in this area, meaning that the city and its police department will have a focus on Fairmont Avenue and the side streets there. And as the new equipment comes in, the focus will be on selective enforcement in all of our streets so we can move forward and keep pedestrians and our residents safe. Number two, the election selection of our website is up and running at the hackensack.org.election. All election information will be posted on here, including important dates, polling locations, drop box locations, etc. And I hate to add this next sentence. If you have any real questions, you can certainly call the clerk's office. 3, our parks have been fully reopened on Monday, September 28th. All inquiries for permits should be directed to our recreation department. Please be advised that all of our support activities will require additional provisions due to COVID-19. Proper PPE and social distancing should be practiced at all times. 4, the city of Hackensack will be participating in COVID testing with the county on Monday, October 19th from 9 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. at the M&M building parking lot. Please refer to hackensack.org for additional details. 5, The DCA will be holding a Zoom presentation to discuss open space master plan on October 13th from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please refer to hackensack.org for additional details. 6, our recreational department will be hosting a youth basketball clinic. Registration deadline is October 13th. Please refer to hackensack.org for additional details. 7, please be advised the census data collection has been extended till October 31st. Please ensure to respond so our community has the correct data for future funding opportunities. And we ask and encourage all residents to fulfill their obligation for the census. And that would complete the city manager's report. Thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Ted. We'll go right into new business. Resolution 364-20.
This is a resolution for final adoption of ordinance number 38-2020, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to remove the restriction prohibiting street parking on the south side of Clay Street from 3rd Street to 2nd Street and from 1st Street to West Railroad Avenue. This ordinance has been advertised pursuant to law and now calls for a public hearing.
Need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody who'd like to speak to this ordinance and this ordinance only, please come forward, give your name to the clerk. You will. Hearing no one from the ordinance, sorry. Hearing no one from the audience, motion to close.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Need a motion to adopt the ordinance, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, that ordinance number 38-2020 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 365-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 39-2020, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to make the north side of Clay Street from 1st Street to 2nd Street a snow emergency, no parking area.
Need a motion to introduce, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 39-2020 is introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 22nd, 2020 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 366-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 40-2020, an ordinance to amend Chapter 170 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Vehicles and Traffic to add handicapped parking space to Section 49.2, parking for the handicapped, for 95 Fairmount Avenue.
Need a motion to introduce, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 40-2020 is introduced, is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 22nd, 2020 at 7:00 p.m. or soon thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 367-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 41-2020, a bond ordinance providing for various 2020 capital improvements by and in the city of Hackensack in the county of Bergen, state of New Jersey, appropriating $5,365,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $5,109,500 bonds or notes of the city to finance part of the cost thereof. Need a
Thank
motion.
you.
We need a motion.
Need a motion to introduce, please?
second,
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
aye,
Councilmember Pataglia.
aye,
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 41-2020 is introduced, is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 22nd, 2020 at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 368-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 42-2020, a bond ordinance providing for various improvements to the stormwater and sanitary sewer systems by and in the city of Hackensack in the county of Bergen, state of New Jersey, appropriating $3,050,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $3,050,000 bonds or notes to finance the cost thereof.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
second,
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
aye,
Councilmember Pataglia.
aye,
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 42-2020 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 22nd, 2020 at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 369-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 43-2020, an ordinance approving traffic and parking enforcement for block 308.01 Lot 3, which was formerly Lot C.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
second,
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
aye,
Councilmember Pataglia.
aye,
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 43-2020 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 22nd, 2020 at 7:00 p.m. or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 370-20.
This is a resolution for the introduction of ordinance number 44-2020, an ordinance authorizing the private sale of certain property owned by the city of Hackensack not required for public purposes pursuant to NJSA 40A:12-13B, Block 329, Lot 83.01.
Need a motion, please?
Offer.
second,
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
aye,
Councilmember Pataglia.
aye,
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance being ordinance 44-2020 as introduced is now passed on first reading, and that said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on October 22nd, 2020 at 7:00 PM or as soon thereafter as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the city council. And at such time and place, all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the city clerk be and she is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on first reading, and of the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Resolution 371-20.
This is a resolution authorizing tax refunds for state and county board judgments and duplicate payments.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 372-20.
This is a resolution authorizing award of bid contract of $255,000 to Safeway Contracting, Inc. for City Hall roof replacement.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 373-20.
This is a resolution authorizing change order number 1 to Halcon Inc. for Carver Park Tennis Court Project.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 374-20.
It's a resolution authorizing award of contract to Suburban Consulting Engineers for East Kennedy Emergency Generator Design.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 375-20.
It's a resolution authorizing the awarding of New Jersey State contract for the purchase of 120 body-worn cameras for the Hackensack Police Department.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 377-20.
Mayor, we're on.
I'm sorry, Resolution 376-20.
Resolution authorizing award of contract to Suburban Consulting Engineer for LSRP services for underground storage tank investigation at 220 Union Street, Hackensack.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Resolution 377-20.
A resolution authorizing award of New Jersey State contract for the purchase of 10 police vehicle computer tablets.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. And last but not least, Resolution 378-20. Pay the bills.
Resolution authorizing payment of bills.
Need a motion, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye.
Mayor, before you go any further, Steve, are you there? Steve?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry.
Okay, I just realized as I was reading the ordinances, I made an error and I put October 22nd instead of October 20th for meeting date
In the text of the ordinance themselves?
in the resolution.
On just one of them?
Why did,
No, actually, it was on all of the introduction.
all right, well, why don't we just make an omnibus motion to amend the resolutions and just note for the record that it's October 20th. I mean, theoretically, we in Hackensack, we do resolutions to introduce ordinances, which, a lot of places don't even do. But I do think, maybe make a motion to correct all of them for the record and to make clear to the public that it is October 20th for the date of the hearing. I think that should be sufficient.
Okay, for the record, I need to make a motion to amend all the introductions to reflect the date that the meeting date is October 22nd, 2020.
The 20th.
And can you just,
20th, not the 22nd.
The
and
20th.
just please read the numbers of the resolutions for the record.
Okay, it's resolutions 365-20, 366-20, 367-20, 368-20, 369-20, and 370-20.
Okay, it wasn't 364?
No, that was, the first one was a
Okay,
adoption. So we just need a motion.
need a motion?
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, before we go on with the consent agenda, does anybody have any conflicts? Hearing none, please proceed.
The following items are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one motion. Any items requiring expenditure are supported by a certification of availability of funds. Any item requiring discussion will be removed from the consent agenda, and consent agenda items will be reflected in full in the minutes, including any exceptions and/or additions. The consent agenda consists of Resolution 379-20 through 391-20. 379-20 is a resolution authorizing leave of absence without pay for Brian Restagno, Code Enforcement Officer. Resolution 380-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Walens, Goldman, and Spitzer, PA Bond Counsel. Resolution 381-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional services agreement to DMR Architects for architect and planner. Resolution 382-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Neglia Engineering for our engineer. Resolution 383-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Murphy Orlando LLC for labor attorney. Resolution 384-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Wilson Borgi PC as labor attorney. Resolution 385-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Murphy Orlando LLC for special litigation counsel. Resolution 386-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to McNerney and Associates for appraiser. Resolution 387-20 is a resolution authorizing award of professional service agreement to Julie Davidson Esquire as alternate prosecutor. Resolution 388-20 is a resolution authorizing the tax collector to cancel sewer charges billed to 154 Clinton Place in the amount of $168.93. Resolution 389-20 is a resolution calling on New Jersey Transit to utilize renewable energy technology in lieu of a proposed natural gas-fired power plant in Kearney, New Jersey. Resolution 390-20 is a resolution designating the registrar, deputy registrar, and alternates for the health department. And resolution 391-20 is a resolution approving the memorandum of agreement between the City of Hackensack, Hackensack Professional Firefighters, IAFF Local 2081, AFL-CIO, CLC, and Hackensack Uniformed Fire Officers Association, IAFF Local 3172, AFL-CIO, CLC.
Thank you. I need a motion to accept the consent agenda as it was read.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Okay, I need a motion to open to the public, please.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Anybody from the public who would like to speak, please take yourself off of mute.
Richard
You'll have
Sullivan,
3 minutes.
Hackensack, New Jersey. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
You know, you never know. That's why I always ask that. My question is a combination is directed to Deputy Mayor Canestrino. This is one of the reasons why the 3-minute limit's not good, because you don't get to finish up on a given topic at one meeting or 2 meetings even. But the Matthew O'Donnell situation. Over the years, Deputy Mayor, you and I have had some heated exchanges, spirited, disagreed. I always respected that you would never give up, whether I agree with your position or not. You're vocal. I respect that. But you've been uncharacteristically silent on this whole issue. My perception is that you're intimately involved with the political aspects of the city council. There's nothing wrong with that. Have you been the treasurer of the 2017 campaign? I guess I want to hear you say you didn't know what was going on, because if you did, there's a real problem. And frankly, I want to ask a question. If it wasn't you, if you were merely a titular treasurer, who was actually doing it? Because somebody knew what was going on with Mr. O'Donnell. I'd like to hear your response, if you choose to.
Are you finished with your 3 minutes?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I had no idea that we received monies from Mr. O'Donnell in the 2017 campaign. We received some monies from Mr. O'Donnell recently towards our next campaign, and I returned those monies to Mr. O'Donnell.
Is that it, Kat?
That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Next, please, from the public. Next person would like to speak, please unmute your device. Give your name to the clerk, please. You'll have 3 minutes.
This is Richard Grant. As a resident of Hackensack, I would like to thank the council for acting to safeguard our future health and well-being by approving a resolution opposing New Jersey Transit's plan to construct a gas-fired power plant. You serve as an example to other governments in northern New Jersey, and your action is a wake-up call to the decision maker in Trenton. Again, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Grant. Appreciate that. Next person from the audience. Please unmute your device.
Yes, good evening. This is Bridget speaking. I
Ma'am.
want to speak to Ted. First thing I want to say to Ted is, I sent you an email yesterday based upon your public relations department that put that false information into a website, and only to get a letter back from your, I guess, secretary, Jan, telling me to please advise of what I was talking about, because you tapped into a link that had been retracted, but I had the original. So I sent it to it. So I hope you read it. But what I need you to do, Ted, moving forward, before you have anybody send me anything, you need to make sure that I don't have the original. And I need you to do a public apology to Reverend Davis and her family, because what you guys did was despicable. I keep telling you, you guys are not smart at all. You think you're smart, but you're not. You're not smart at all. None of you. You're all clueless. So my thing is, I hope on that same website, you place a public apology for Captain DeWitt and anybody else that spoke, because that was insensitive, uncaring, and that just shows a lack of leadership, a true lack of leadership. I think you should all look that up. And Miss Nancy Helm, I called your office. I would hope to get a return phone call from you this afternoon. Thank you so much. All have a blessed day.
Thank you. Next person from the audience, please unmute your device. Give your name to the clerk. You have 3 minutes.
Hi, this is Paula Rogovan. I'm a Teaneck resident, actually, and I want to thank you for taking a stand against the New Jersey Transit frac gas power plant. It's really, really important that your council did that, and in our effort to fight climate change and to have clean air for all of us. It's also so important in terms of COVID and protecting the health of all residents. Your council voted among the 52 towns that opposed the Meadowlands power plant over a year ago, and now you've voted on this, and I'm just really, really thankful to you. I am so excited that we're going to be in talks with the Murphy administration and the DEP and New Jersey Transit about our proposal for hybrid renewable energy rail. Instead of the old fossil fuels, hybrid renewable, maybe including water from the Hackensack River and solar, maybe wind, and so on. And this is really great because we certainly need clean air and good health for everyone. So thank you, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate it. Next person from the audience, please.
Yes, this is Victor from Hackensack. Not too long ago, a few months ago, Victor from Hackensack.
Go ahead, sir.
Not too long ago, a few months ago, I was called a coward by Kathy Catastrino. Kathy, I don't need you to respond, but I'm going to introduce you to a coward that sits on your board. We all know what happened with Reverend David. I concur with Bridget said that article was disgusting. But let me tell you another disgusting part of that article. Someone that sits on your board always seems to interject himself in any situation dealing with the Black community in large. Here's a person who said, well, I used to meet the Reverend and when I was walking on First and Passaic. We know damn well that you don't walk nowhere. Why is it you always feel that you must interject yourself into something? Which is most of 99% of the time when you do that, it's not true. We in the community are tired of this. I'm asking you to resign from the city council because you don't represent us in any form or fashion. You always make it about yourself. Who cares? I personally don't give a damn about your diabetes, anything like that. I think it was just you would better been if you chose the words, I give my condolence. But no, you made it about yourself. So I'm asking you, would you resign from the city council? Because you are a disgrace to us in the Black community. And that's it. That's a coward, Kathy. Dave Sims. And this ain't over, Sims. I'm gonna be on your ass every day.
Please, sir, refrain from the language. Thank you. Appreciate it. Next person from the public, please. Please unmute your device. Give your name to the clerk. You will have 3 minutes.
Hello, this is Ruth Newstatter from Hackensack, New Jersey. I'm only going to say that I am going to, would like to repeat the words of Paula Rogovin and Richard Grant, who said what I wanted to say. And I appreciate very much that you have passed the resolution. My only comment is that I have spoken in the past about getting solar panels on as many buildings as possible in Hackensack, and I am reiterating that. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ruth. Next person from the audience who would like to speak, please unmute your device. Give your name to the clerk. You will have 3 minutes. Hearing no one from the audience, motion to close to the public. Well, hello. I'm sorry.
Hi,
Go ahead,
Regina
ma'am.
DePaz. You there?
Yes, ma'am, we hear you.
All right. I also want to offer my condolences to the Davis family, and I second Bridget's statement about the tap into article. Captain DeWitt was totally out of line to speculate anything, and a public apology is in order. I also second Vic's comments because the last paragraph and a half was about Dave Sims, and that was ridiculous. It's not always about you, Dave. It's not always about you. But what I did notice tonight about Dave Sims at the Cow, he asked about the property that's for sale. The lack of preparedness for that meeting was astonishing. That he didn't even know. It's basically in your neighborhood in Railroad Avenue. It's between Berdan and James, by the way. And nobody clarified that, but you all voted for it. And finally, I'd like to know if there are any plans to resume in-person meetings. That one I'd like an answer to, because there's this waiting, holding, sitting here, it just, you need to see my face, that's all.
Okay, I'm going to respond to that. There has been no conversations yet about having in-person meetings in City Hall. City Hall still remains closed except by appointment only. But we will monitor the situation, of course. And believe me, I'd rather be person to person at meetings myself. I really don't care for the Zoom meetings, but we have to get business done, and this is the way we have to do it. But you will sure know when we're going back, that's for sure. Thank you. And hopefully it's sooner than later.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Next person from the audience, please unmute your device. Give your name to the clerk. You will have 3 minutes. Not hearing anybody from the audience. I need a motion to close to the public.
Offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
None opposed. Steph?
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining. I just want to mention 2 resolutions that we approved tonight on the agenda. One for calling on New Jersey Transit to utilize some type of renewable energy. Thank you for the supportive comments, but we have to thank our environmental commission who really put forth the effort and developed, a strong opposition to it. And, we want to appreciate their efforts, and we thank you guys for that. Also on the agenda, the approval for the police body cams. That's a huge step in the right direction for our city. And thanks to Ted for getting that done so quickly. Again, condolences to Reverend Davis and her family on the death of her husband. This past Saturday, I actually just saw Miss Davis at the opening of the middle school turf field. It was a dedication ceremony. It was a great feeling to see everyone out supporting the middle school and the teachers and the students. And the field looks great if you haven't gone by and seen it. It really is a great field for the kids, and hopefully when they get back soon, they'll be able to utilize it and make the best of that playground now. As Ted mentioned earlier, Clinton Place, the consensus on the block was we're not going to do the Halloween decorations this year. Some houses may do the decorations in moderation, but the fact that's on a Saturday, we just feel that might bring too many people in too close proximity to each other. And I don't think the social distancing guidelines would be able to be adhered to. So the consensus on the block was that we're gonna pass this year on the decorations. The city manager mentioned the census. It's coming, we're getting close. We want everyone to try to contribute and fill it out. You could go to online. They have multiple different languages, my2020census.gov. And if you ever have any questions or need guidance, just reach out to myself or someone at the city and we could walk you through that. And that's about it. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.
Thank you.
And thanks. Yeah, thanks, Steph. I know I mentioned it at the committee of the whole, but I'll say it again. Reach out to Reverend Carolyn Davis. You have our deepest sympathy on the loss of your husband. Having experienced such a loss this year myself, I know what a horrible void is created when you lose your spouse, especially one of so many years. And please, accept my deepest sympathy to you, your entire family. I know what difficult and troubling times this is, and it helps to have the support of your family, friends, and your community. So Caroline, if there's anything you need from the city, anything we can do to help you through this difficult time, please reach out to us and let us know. Please know, and your family know, that you are in our thoughts and prayers, and we are thinking about you at this time. A couple of things on the agenda tonight. I had the body cameras on here too, Steph. That's an important thing. We talked about passing ordinance to do so, and tonight actually we approved the contract to purchase them. So 120 body cameras. I think, thank you, Ted. Thank the police department again for moving in the right direction with that. There was a couple of bonds on here tonight, and the CFO spoke about them at the committee of the whole, but for the fact that many of you may not have been there, I'll just quickly go through some of the highlights of it. One, the city is looking to purchase the Sears lot that is next to the Johnson Park. So monies are put aside to do that. We're doing, as we've done park work throughout the city, we're doing some cleanup work and some repair work and some basketball, tennis court work, et cetera, at Columbus Park. That was there. We're doing some minor renovations to the third floor at City Hall. Bathrooms, as everyone knows, that really needs to be done, and a couple of other things there. A couple of DPW trucks. One is an aerial lift truck that needs to help with trimming the trees and maintaining the trees better. And another, we needed a new street sweeper, so we're purchasing those. And paving. The city is looking to do, outside of the CDBG, which was not included here, of course, $2.7 million in doing paving, of which we got about $270-something thousand in an NGDOT grant. So, truly you're looking at another $2 million of city investment in doing paving. As always, we're very committed to, we started this job, 7 years ago, and we've been going through street by street. So we're happy to do that. And the second bond basically had to do with sewer and stormwater repair. I know usually when we're talking about sewer and stormwater work, we've been talking about Main Street and working that way. Just for information, this is non-Main Street issues. These are other issues throughout the city that still need to be addressed. One of them is adding a generator downtown by East Kennedy Street. So when that pump station goes out, we have some way to keep pumping that water. And also, looking at stormwater issues on South Newman and by Powerfly Park, we've had some issues. Pine Street, South River, Hudson Street. So those are all on the list for stormwater updates and doing some stormwater reconfiguration perhaps. And some sewer work, looking at definitely CCTVing some of the sewer lines, looking at some of the most problematic areas, as we've been talking, most recently about James Street, Clay Street, Stanley Place, and some others where we've seen, some sewer work. We're going to continue to explore and try to get to the bottom and get these things fixed and resolved once and for all. So that basically, in a nutshell, was pretty much what was going on with those bonds. Also, happy to have the resolution against the gas-fired power plant. And yes, Steph, the Environmental Committee did a great job at presenting information at one of our meetings and thoroughly explaining to the public why they were against this. And we've had, not only people that spoke tonight, but I personally have received emails and notes from folks throughout the city that were against it. So this was something that was important and we were happy to get done. I'm specifically mentioning Bridget here because last time, you were very quick to have a lot of comments about the affordable housing and kind of accusatory remarks by the council. So we went out on a line here and had Nancy Holm, our affordable housing attorney, make a brief presentation on it at the COW meeting. And she's also been online to answer questions. So I'm saddened that you didn't want to have a conversation publicly with her, but I hope that you will get all the answers that you're looking for when you do reach out and connect with her. Thanks everyone for participating tonight. Regina, I agree with you. I don't like these meetings this way. I would much prefer to be in City Hall and see people and communicate face to face, but we're doing the best we can during these troubling periods. And as soon as we're able and we think it's the right thing to do to get back to regular meetings, we'll be happy to do so. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Dave?
Reverend Carolyn Davis, Dora, and Robert, on behalf of the city manager, mayor, city council, and the city, we express our heartfelt condolences to you and your family. May your husband, Reverend Robert Davis Sr., rest in eternity. You are in our thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. Respectfully. I also gave my condolences to Walter Fields up at the hospital. I was up there after this tragic accident around 3:30. I gave him my condolences and asked him to give it to his sister. And I also spoke with her brother, Gerald Fields, yesterday and gave him my condolences. The city's death total is holding at 125 COVID-related deaths since July 25th, 2020. That's about 2 weeks. The city of Hackensack has not had any deaths. But on a sad note, in the last 2 weeks, we have 22 new COVID cases. As the city manager noted, Monday, October 19th, we are going to have testing at the M&M parking lot. I'm glad we approved the buying of 120 body cams. Last Monday, we opened up all the parks in the city of Hackensack. We plan on having 2 clinics, a basketball clinic and a baseball clinic outside, one in Carver Park and one in Fashini Park. Registration is limited. Registration opens up October the 13th at the Rec Center. New Hope Baptist Church is having a Halloween drive-in at the Hackensack High School, October 31st. You have to register. They're only taking the first 25 cars. Someone reminded me today that you can't live a positive life with a negative mind, reminding me the peace I have come from my daily positive outlook. Being in the education field, one of the first things we teach is how to make a connection. According to the dictionary, a connection is a relationship in which a person, thing, or idea is linked or associated with something else. Educators tend to live by the way they teach. So yes, I make a lot of connections to life based on what I experienced. I also think positively, give freely, and work to make a difference, be it big or small, in my own way every day. I share my experiences daily, but there are just as many experiences or more that I don't experience. I believe this makes me a well-balanced individual. Good night. Everyone get home safe.
Thank you, Dave. Leo?
My condolences again to the Reverend Carol David for the loss of her husband. And please, there and be in my prayers, Carol and the rest of her family. Now going to the traffic department. They are doing a super job to controlling the people that are speeding in our city. And now with the new equipment, we're gonna have a squad car with the radars to try to control the people that are speeding in different sections. The sewer jobs and Main Street and all the improvement to infrastructure that may be almost finished, so be patient. Now we're gonna start working in the sidewalks, benches, traffic lights and the rest. Maybe weather permitting and we get all the parts, maybe we finish by the end of the year. There's gonna be improvements in the park, Columbus Park. They're gonna improve the tennis court, the futsal fields, and the softball field. The same thing we're gonna do in Fashini Park. We're gonna improve Stuyt Park and Johnson Park and the community garden. This administration is working really hard to improve our city. You guys can see that in the 7.5 years that we've been there, we do the paving, fixing infrastructure, our city looking good. I hope so you people are happy. Thank you and be safe.
Thank you, Leo.
Mayor, can I get a word in here?
Sure, please.
Okay. One of the few connections that I made when I initially started here 4 years ago was with Carolyn Davis. I have never, to my knowledge, ever met her husband. I was absolutely grief-stricken when they called me on Saturday to tell me about this tragedy. I have only one word for the Davis family, and that's respect. However, the previous comment that was made that the city manager didn't know, I was not aware that there was ever a retraction made in reference to the press release in reference to this. The city's PR firm did not release that press release. The information was supplied by Captain DeWitt to the newspaper reporter that wrote the article, and they printed it. As far as us having input on what was seen or what was demonstrated in an article, the city had nothing to do with that. So I really can't apologize for something I had no control over. She is correct on one thing. I did not know that they made a retraction, but quite candidly, I have a lot of work in front of me, and I didn't have all the time in the world to research all of this. One, because of I have a reduced staff now with my executive assistant that's out on maternity leave, but we do the best we can. But there was certainly no intent on my part to disrespect that family or anyone else. And I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Ted. All right, my condolences go out to Carolyn Davis and her entire family. When I got that information on Saturday, my wife and I were devastated. We've always had nothing but respect for Carolyn Davis, and my wife works with her daughter, and it was just horrible news for all of us. And our hearts go out to you. And like Deputy Mayor Canestrino said, Carolyn, if you do listen to this, anything you need from the city, or if there's anything we can do to help you, please reach out to us. So I appreciate if you would. My apologies for missing the cow tonight, but I'm tied up at work. We're very busy. We got some Joint Commission surveying going on, which keeps us pretty busy, especially in our department, my department. As was mentioned, on October 19th, county's coming in to do COVID testing again at the M&M building. You can get the information off our website. I recommend, trying to get over there. David talked about numbers going up. They're going up across the state. They are going up in the city. We've been lucky that, the 125 people who have died in the city of Hackensack, that number goes back to July. So we haven't had any deaths, which is a good thing, but people are still getting the virus. On 10/13, there's a DCA Zoom meeting for open space. That's very important to watch. Recommend that you go on that. And also was mentioned, the census is extended to October 31st, which is Halloween. So if you haven't filled out your census, folks, please do it. Reach out to people, ask people if they've done it. It's so important to the city because that's how we get funding from our government. And if we're lacking in responding to the census, we're going to be lacking in funding. So we're only hurting ourselves. We spoke to the 120 body cameras that were approved tonight. That's a great addition. We promised that was going to get done. That's going to be a great addition to the city of Hackensack. Also, we've got tablets for the police cars. I believe we got 20 or so. That's a big plus for our police officers too. Very important tonight was Resolution 389-20 was our resolution against a power plant using fossil fuels. Instead, we want to see it used utilize renewable energy. This city has worked very hard, not only by passing resolutions against projects like this, because we did the North Bergen project, as was mentioned, we went against that. We passed a resolution tonight against this one, but in other ways. We're separating our sewers. We're one of only 3 municipalities in the state, in the county of Bergen, that have combined sewers, and we're putting a lot of money and effort into fixing that. And as I had mentioned in the past, we average about 70 overflows into the city a year when we're allowed to have 4. And now we're working to get that number down to below 4. Pumping stations, things of that nature, separating the sewers. In the long run, we'll actually be saving money because we won't be paying for all the stormwater to be processed down at the BCUA, the Bergen County Utilities Authority. Right now, all the stormwater that goes in with your sewage, we have to pay to get that water clean, when that water should be going towards the river. the construction itself that's going on in the city, the redevelopment. Much of it is green. Many of the buildings, if not most of them, if not all of them, have underground retention, which is water retention, stormwater retention systems, which will help flooding in the areas where they're built. So we're working pretty hard on that. Couple bonds that were explained by Deputy Mayor, very important. Putting money back into our city, parks, sewers. We opened a turf field at the school. We had the grand opening this Saturday. I think Stephanie mentioned Saturday morning. I was there, Stephanie was there, Deputy Mayor Sims was there. Great new field. It's a great addition for the schools and a great addition for the city. It looks great. It really cleaned up the area. Anybody who's seen that field in the past, it was just a dust bowl. But we're very glad to get that done. Hopefully, we spoke about, Regina brought up having meetings in public, and we will certainly, be at the forefront when we're allowed to do it. Believe me, we'll be there. So with that, I wish everybody a safe rest of their evening. All right, enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you. I need a motion to close.
Offer.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Von Rudenberg.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Canestrino.
Aye.
Deputy Mayor Sims.
Aye.
Councilmember Pataglia.
Aye.
Mayor LaBrus.
Aye. Didn't we need, we never closed, I wasn't in the cow. I don't know if we,
We did.
Closed.
We closed it. We closed all that, John.
all right, great. Thank you. Everybody, good night.
Good night.
Good night.